Hey folks, welcome to another video. As you know, Oculus headsets starting with the Quest 2 or starting January 1st, 2023 require a Facebook login. And some people are opposed to this, some people are all for it. I just wanted to illustrate one of the reasons why this does not in any way bother me. This is literally my Facebook profile. No workplace, no school, no places, no relationships to show. No friends, no photos. There is one video from 2010 that does not feature me at all. No timeline. So, I don't use Facebook regularly. I did participate in some private groups for a period of time, but I've actually removed myself from the majority, almost all of those groups, because I felt like some of the community was just not flowing and meshing together in the way that I wanted to interact. And this is not just VR community, this is just in general. I didn't feel comfortable on Facebook. I've been a member of Facebook, I believe, since 2009. I joined Facebook with a name other than my real name, specifically to play a game that my wife and some friends were playing. I continue to play that game. It's an idle game called Mouse Hunt. You can play it at mousehuntgame.com. Has nothing to do with virtual reality, and that's the game that drove me to create a Facebook profile. I manage some websites for some bands and musicians. Decided it was probably best that I use my real name because the name Mouse Hunter probably doesn't fly. And thus I have Eric Hartley as my official, real, true profile. If I slide over a little bit here, you'll see there's no profile picture. And that's my intent. I don't really want to have my information, my profile, myself be able to be tracked and copied on Facebook. Now, does having a Facebook login allow Facebook to track and push ads and things of that nature to me? Absolutely. But my own private self is still detached from Facebook, even on my Oculus device. So, by logging in to Facebook, all that did was give me the ability to actually have more social features that are not available unless you have a Facebook login. I greatly enjoyed spending time during Facebook Connect in Oculus Home. Went into Oculus venues. Didn't really connect with any friends, but got to meet some new people within the venues beta. I wouldn't be able to get into venues at all without that Facebook login. I can't add friends without that Facebook login. So those features were prior to the announcement that a Facebook login would be required moving forward for new hardware. And thus, it is not a big deal to me that I need to have a Facebook login for new hardware. So, later in this video, when I start talking about new hardware, understand, I may not necessarily be happy about having to have a Facebook login, but I'm not going to allow it to affect my opinion of that new hardware. So before we jump in, one last caveat. Back on the 16th of September, Mark Zuckerberg made an announcement at Facebook Connect that the Quest 2 existed and was coming to market. You could do pre-orders today. I was inside my Oculus Quest in Oculus venues, paying no mind to anything else in the world. After the keynote, I took off my headset for just a second to check a couple of emails and a couple of messages, and one of my friends mentioned, hey, I was just offered a Quest 2 for review. And I thought, wow, that's awesome. I checked my email, and sure enough, I had also been offered a Quest 2 for review. Now, one of the things that has kind of been a controversy on the internet is when people get review purchases or review hardware or review software or keys or things of that nature, their opinion becomes biased because they've received something for free. Or an even more popular response, in order to get that free hardware or free software, you have to agree to give a positive review. I have to tell you, in the time that I've been doing VR content for YouTube, which is a little over 5 years at this point, I have never made a biased anything. I've been honest, I've given my own opinion, or I've not shared an opinion at all. If you watch some of my content that I don't like, you might not be able to tell that I didn't care for it, because I just plain didn't share my opinion. I played it, was kind of silent about it, leave it up to you as the viewer to decide if it's something that you would enjoy. And the reason for that is because there may be something that I'm featuring on the channel that I don't personally care for, but you might think is the best thing on earth. I don't want to discourage that at all. So what I'm telling you right now is, I have an Oculus Quest 2 in my possession. In fact, you're going to see an unboxing of it in just a moment. And the opinion that I share is not monetized in any way. No one is financially backing me saying anything about the Quest 2. I received hardware for free. That's it. I received that hardware from Oculus and Facebook Gaming. Thank you very much for providing this review unit so that I can actually do extensive play testing, check out the device, and give my opinion in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to give you my opinion right now, but I am going to show some footage as I play through some titles. I'm not sure what yet. And you'll see that in this video, and you'll see probably more content before I provide a review of this particular device. I've been provided an Oculus Quest unit in the past, last year, and that's really the only other hardware that's changed hands between myself and Oculus that I haven't paid for myself. My initial CV1 Oculus Rift I purchased used from a coworker with touch controllers. Prior to that, I was purely Vive Pre. I had purchased a used Gear VR Innovator Edition from someone on the internet, and eventually I purchased other hardware as well. I got the HP dev kit because I was super excited about Windows Mixed Reality. That didn't work out really too well for me, but it's still a piece of my collection. And the Rift S that I use almost every day for videos, that I find the most comfortable headset that I've ever owned, which sadly is going to be discontinued in 2021, I purchased as well. So the only devices that I have not purchased, the Vive Pre, I won a contest, and that became kind of my gateway into virtual reality, and really the reason this channel still exists. And the Quest, which I received last year from Oculus and Facebook Gaming, were the only devices that I've ever received that I didn't pay out of pocket for. Now, absolutely, I'm excited for the Quest 2. I purchased the Quest 2 through the Costco deal. I think it was $429. I'll be getting a 256 gigabyte Quest 2 with an Elite strap and a fit kit, I believe on the 13th of October, just like everybody else that's pre-ordered the device. I feel very fortunate, and I am extremely thankful that I get to preview that with a 64 gigabyte Quest over the next few weeks, so that I can share my opinion before you make a purchase, and so that I can check out things and maybe make some recommendations that might improve this device. So there's all my disclaimers. Now let's get to something cool. Let's cut to, I don't know, maybe me unboxing the device. This is the Oculus Quest 2, and I've received the 64 gigabyte edition. It is the Facebook account required edition, which is every edition of the Oculus Quest 2. And inside the box is a VR headset, 2 touch controllers, 2 AA batteries, a power adapter, a glasses spacer, and a charging cable. Go ahead and turn around the device box. You can see previews for some of the upcoming content coming in the next few months. And now we'll crack open the box and see what's inside. I mean, it does say what's inside. What I like is there's a nice little pull tab. So in a lot of boxes I struggle with the shrink wrap. With this, simply pull it. Pretty elegant solution there. So with that pulled, I'll just pull apart this plastic. And just like other older Oculus devices, this is kind of a slip cover. So if we slip this off, we got a nice Oculus logo on the front here. And then if we open this, inside it's basically the instructions on how to activate each controller. There's a little pull tab at the bottom of the controller here. The batteries are already inserted inside the controller. And then the headset itself looks like a headset. It is definitely, this is the first time I'm picking one up, this is definitely lighter than the original Quest. It is also a little bit dirty, strangely enough. And I don't know that I'd really call this white. It's more reflective of a gray or a silver metallic.
Got some dust on it.
Then behind that we've got the glasses spacer. This is the standard glasses spacer, similar to what we had with the original Quest and the Go. And then there's a small box here. I'm assuming this has all the manuals and other information in it, and that's exactly what it has. Manuals. It's got a very small charging cable when you compare this to the original Quest. The original Quest had like a 4-foot long charging cable that you could use as a link cable. This is a little short for a link cable. And it's got an AC adapter. Just want to look at the fine print on this. This is a 2 amp adapter. So in case anyone's interested in replicating that, it comes with a 2 amp adapter. The little manuals here, comes with a reference guide and a safety and warranty guide, and that's really about it that's in this box.
It's an efficient box.
Obviously it's got a left and right controller. Everything's got a little Oculus logo on it. But the important thing is, of course, the headset right here. This one does ship with a softer strap, similar to the old Oculus Go strap. Now, one thing that is different from this headset, from the last review model that I received a review model of the original Quest, and it had all kinds of markings saying it wasn't yet FCC approved. This one seems to have possibly gone through that approval process, because nowhere does it say that. That's exciting news, because that means this is probably more of a production model and not a final prototype. The controllers, as you can see, have a full circle as opposed to an oval. That'll make it easier. You can actually hold this little grippy place for your thumb here so that it's not touching one of the buttons. It's very similar to the old Oculus touch controllers that shipped for the original Oculus Rift. Definitely a little bit more, I don't want to say if it's more ergonomic in my hand, but it feels different than the Quest controller. I think having that additional weight and that additional bulk to it actually makes a difference. We'll see in gameplay, because I'll be comparing playing games on the Quest 1 with the Quest 2 over the next days and weeks. I think that's about it. So we're going to go ahead and close up the box, take it home, and see how it plays. So I have installed and synced up my Quest 2. This is exciting. This is really my first time in the headset. I did do this initial setup, and I can tell you already the clarity inside the headset is a massive improvement over the original Quest. The comfort I'm not sure on yet. The strap is definitely different than the initial Quest. I'm not sure if it's better or worse. were about the same, to be perfectly fair, but I wasn't a huge fan of the original Quest strap solution. So what I'm going to do first, there's really nothing installed on this device. Everything here says install. So we're going to try out First Steps, which is the first application that you get when you launch a Quest device for the first time. Alright, yeah, that clarity, again, is very, very sharp on the Quest 2. The Quest still had some screen door effect. It's definitely not, the colors are brighter and it's not noticeable to the extent that the Quest had screen door effect. Are there pixels? Absolutely. Can I pinpoint where those pixels are? No. There was a little train that goes cool. This is the same demo, at least so far, as the original Quest. It's the big Oculus logo. There it is. So they didn't change that to a Facebook logo or anything. Oculus branding is all over this headset still, so I don't think the Oculus brand name is going anywhere. So if I remember correctly...
Welcome to Oculus. After this tutorial, you'll be ready to explore.
Oh yeah, this is the thing where you click the different buttons. Okay, there's the table.
It's time to learn about your Oculus Touch controllers. Now, try pressing all of the glowing buttons with your thumbs.
So it broke apart the top of the ring. I don't remember that from the first Quest, but I'm sure it did it there too.
Try moving the thumbsticks around. The thumbsticks can also be pressed like buttons. Next, use your index fingers to squeeze the triggers on your controllers.
You've got the full white Quest 2 controller image. It's the first I'm seeing these. They look really good. And you know, even though these are white, in certain lighting conditions, you can't see the little Oculus logo on the ring, but then if you tilt it enough, you can. I'm wondering if that's what it looks like in real life. I haven't paid attention to the tops of the controllers to find that out. I can't really... Let me just peer through. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah, it's kind of the same type of situation if I look down at my controller. The O from the Oculus logo is kind of embedded into the plastic there. So, pretty realistic representation.
Locate the grip buttons and squeeze them with your middle fingers.
And the grip buttons.
Now let's see what your virtual hands can do.
So this is the part where the controllers disappear, if I remember right. Yeah, there we go. So now we'll make fists.
To make a fist, squeeze the grip with your middle finger and hold it down. To point, keep squeezing the grip and just lift your index finger. Now use your index finger to push the button in front of you.
Nice index. I have to say the trigger click is a lot smoother than on the original Quest. And of course the controllers are a bit bigger, as I mentioned in my unboxing video.
To pick up an object, squeeze and hold the grip button with your middle finger. Release the grip button to drop it. Your virtual hands can do just about anything.
But so far this feels like I'm using an Oculus device. It doesn't really feel any different. I think the haptic feedback is a little bit better. There's a bit of a vibration when you're picking up those blocks, and that seems to work a little better. Whoops, crashed that. Let's try that again. There we go. Watch the paper plane kind of fly off into the sunset there. One of the things I've always liked about this particular demo is you can throw the paper planes and they go pretty darn far. Little boat over there in the water. This demo environment is fantastic as a first look into virtual reality. I feel like Oculus really hit it home with First Steps. I'm terrible at ping pong, as you can see. Let's see if the ball rematerializes over here. Yeah, there it is. Let's just hit these. There we go. Alright.
So looks like you're getting the hang of it. Here's a few more to try.
So that's a blimp. We'll go with that in just a second. I like these little rocket ships. Let's go with one of these first. Again, they've got the little Oculus logo. Boom. Oh, hit the roof. Whoops. Let's try the second one here. Let's try to aim somewhere. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, there's not a roof. Take the fist and hit it. Tap the ball there. And then this is really cool. Squeezing the trigger moves the blimp. These rockets are still sailing around. And then you can honk. So cool. Now, of course, I don't know where it went. There it goes. Come back this way. I'm gonna aim it, hopefully, to a spot where we can get. The ball keeps falling and coming back. Come back this way. I want to hit the tether ball. The blimp. Can we do it? Can we do it? Boom! Hit the tether ball. Alright, so
when you're
that's
ready
the
to
toys.
explore some new VR worlds, insert
There
a cartridge
are, of
into
course,
the
a couple of
console.
other worlds here we can go to. Let's go with a little fun game just quickly. Just do each of these quickly, then we'll exit out, and we'll install a game. I'm thinking Tetris Effect. It's Saturday when I am filming this. Tetris Effect is my favorite game to play on Saturdays because of the weekly ritual. See what's different about Tetris Effect on the Quest 2 versus Quest 1. Missed a couple there. Yeah, I'm not good at these. Oh. Cool. New highest score, of course. I'm not having an old highest score. So, general gist, same game. We'll pull the cartridge out to leave. And then the other game that we have is a little robot dancer.
When you're ready to explore another virtual world, insert the cartridge into the console.
This robot dancer, the dance always makes me feel like it's Daft Punk. So, plug those in. That console moves out of the way, and now I've got the little robot dancer. How's it going? What's up? Yeah. Good to meet you. Just says move my hands. I'm definitely doing that. Now this isn't one of those demos that scores you for your performance. Oh, man. partner win. Freestyle finish. Totally lost the robot. Secretaries. Alright. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. We'll pull out the cartridge to leave. Should take us back to that main hub area.
When you're ready to
There
leave
we
this
go.
tutorial,
Use the
insert the
cartridge
exit
to exit.
cartridge.
It's not an exit burrito, it's an exit cartridge.
You've got the basics down. Time to explore all that VR has to offer. Have fun.
Thank you. Disembodied voice. So far, the gameplay almost identical, if not identical, to the Quest. I feel like it might be a little bit smoother, but that might just be because of the resolution bump. Now we're going to install Tetris Effect. This will take a moment, maybe take a little bit longer because it is 3.07 gigabytes. Now, the model of Quest 2 that I was provided, just to add, this is a Quest 2 that was provided by Oculus and Facebook Gaming for my own review. This model is a 64 gigabyte model with everything pre-installed on it. There's about 52 gigabytes free. You can uninstall First Steps, and I think you can also uninstall this Use Hands in VR tutorial in Quill Theater, but I don't think it's going to be giving you that much free space back with those changes. I have been told that I am going to have access to some preview demo content that's exclusive to the Quest 2 in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. For right now, though, I just have my old Quest library available, so we're going to be playing some Tetris Effect in just a moment. What I'm curious of is if Tetris Effect will pull over my cloud save, because if not, it's back to the Quest 1. That I've put so much time. I think I'm level 42 in the game right now, trying to get to level 50 on the weekly ritual so that I can unlock the Tetris 1989 level for permanent use for myself. So I don't want to lose that. I will absolutely jump out of the Quest 2 and go back to the Quest 1 if that's what it takes to bring that back. But I'm pretty sure the cloud saves are pretty robust at this point, so we should be able to, this will be a good test of migrating that data over from Quest to Quest 2 for those that are thinking about replacing their Quest with the Quest 2. Yeah, man, so far I cannot really get over the clarity difference. It's a huge bump. This environment I don't recall either. It almost looks like the Climb a bit. I'm not going to step away because I'm in my green screen setup right now, but you see the balloons over there, you see the cliffs. This is a beautiful environment. While Tetris Effect is continuing to load, let's actually go out and look and see if there's any other virtual environments I haven't noticed yet. Bubbles, the one we were actually in that little preview, is here. Classic Home, which we've seen before. Cyber City, which is the latest one. This is the Desert Terrace. I don't think I've seen the Desert Terrace before. There's also the Ryokan Retreat that I don't recall seeing. And of course the Space Station and Winter Lodge, which were available on the Quest 1. I'm not saying all of these may be available. I noticed that this particular Quest 2 device is set to version 21, whereas my Quest is still set at version 20, so those may have been updates that every device got. But this is the first time I've seen this particular environment, and I mean, just look at those chairs over there swinging. It's a very realistic outdoor patio setting. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Desert Terrace. Alright, now the moment of truth. There's our cloud sync. Hopefully this is going to work. Yes, of course you have access to the photos and media on my device. Tetris Effect is like my Saturday afternoon and evening lifeblood. Play this game every single week, trying to get that weekly ritual in. Now, usually I play Tetris Effect with my Woozer vest, the Woozer Edge. I will be trying that out also, just to see if that works. I don't know if I'll film that. I don't think the Bluetooth options have changed on the Quest 2, but I will check that out. I'll actually check that out after the game, and then I will probably just plug it into the headphone jack right here. Now, the difference between the Quest and the Quest 2, there is only the one headphone jack. It is located above the USB-C right here. There is not one on this side, just a power button over here. Alright. And now the moment of truth. Go into effect modes. I don't think effect modes would have been opened. Yeah, there we are. Level 42. Oh good, it's relax. This is my favorite event, is relax. And as you can see, the ritual goal has already been 100% achieved. But we've got 9 hours left. Let's go ahead and hit play. What's cool about this is we can do a chill marathon, and I think we can do 1989 mode. I'm going to not do 1989 mode. I'm going to go to one that has more particles and stuff in it. Metamorphosis is really my favorite song and my favorite level, but let's go with Balloon High, just because of all the stuff that's going on in the background. Already, just looking at the Earth there, looked amazing. So chill marathon, I can really do whatever I want. If I fail, I fail. Like, it doesn't hurt anything to fail. I'm doing very poorly, mainly because I'm really paying more attention to the graphics than anything else. This is definitely, one of the things that people are concerned about with this headset is because it's an LCD and not an OLED display. The original Plus was an OLED, this is an LCD. People were concerned about the black level, and I will say, it's a bright black. It's not a very dark color. However, that's still black. That's not gray, as I've seen with other headsets. It's a pretty vivid. I'd say all of the colors in this headset are pretty vivid. Vivid is a good way to describe them. Not a good move. I promise you, I am usually a much better Tetris player than I am right now. I'm just kind of wowed at what I'm seeing. And I had promised myself I would not spoil myself before I use the headset. So a lot of my peers and friends have gone out and done reviews of this headset, and I didn't watch a single one of them. I watched some of them muted so that they would still be supported, so that the video itself would be supported, but I did not actually listen to any of their content, hear what they had to say about this device, and I'm really digging it so far. Now, mind you, I've been in it maybe 10 minutes, but so far so good. So a friend of mine, Dr. Oculus, actually asked what the first game you would play in the Quest 2 was, and I didn't really know when my Quest 2 would be arriving. There are a lot of titles coming out on the 13th, one of which is actually, I believe, Res Infinite, which is from the same developer who created this game. And that was one I was considering. But in the back of my mind, I was always thinking, oh, it would probably be Tetris Effect. But I didn't expect to receive my Quest 2 on Saturday. So that worked out very well. You're about to see me fail. Now what happens when you fail is it just clears the screen. Because this is a chill marathon, it's not a big deal. It will allow you to keep going until you complete 150 miles. So there's no, this is like no fail mode, it's awesome. That's why Relax is always my favorite of the clear tools. Focus is a challenge, but is a lot of fun. But then there's some actually really challenging ones. Even Focus at this point, there's weeks that we don't finish just because it gets really difficult. And even playing for an hour or two at a time doesn't build up enough level and points to clear 100% goal. So having that goal already completed right now before I even get started is great. I can truly relax and play the game in a bright new environment. This is fantastic. The detail on these balloons now that we're in kind of the daylight is unbelievable. Like, I've never realized, I think that balloon itself says, it does, it says youth, and that one says white clouds. I've never noticed that before. Never noticed any of the text on these balloons. They all have balloon text. That one says smile. Life is something. Until it turns around, I won't be able to tell you. But life is full of smiles. I agree. Right now, I am ready to smile a lot. This is awesome. There's a little frog hopping back there. There's also little details that I just never saw before. And I'm not blaming the resolution of the original Quest, but I'm just saying the improved resolution makes me notice that stuff a lot more. So far from a comfort perspective, I am only using the soft strap. I was only provided the soft strap for this review model. The Quest 2 that I've ordered does have the Elite strap, but I did not order the Elite battery strap. I just don't know that I need that extra power. I will know that as I extensively test out this review unit though. Backward of what I wanted to do. Oh well. I still can't judge whether or not this strap is actually comfortable for regular use. There is a little bit of pressure on the front of my head. It feels more tolerable, at least so far, than the Quest 1. That may just be because of the overall lighter headset itself. Taking the Quest 2 out of the box, I noticed that it is definitely a bit lighter than the original Quest. figure out what I'm going to call the original quest. Is it OG Quest? Is that how people are referring to it? Even though it's a year old? Wow, that was cool. That balloon effect is that was really awesome. I don't even know how to describe what I felt there. That was it felt very much like it was really coming through. Now this is a chill marathon, but you'll notice it's not so chill right now. We're going at level 12 speed. Oh, I messed that up bad. I'm not going to get much further. It is going to die. I'm just going to let it go ahead and build up. That is totally fine. Wow. I'm totally wrecking everything. This is like the worst game of Tetris Effect I've played in a very, very long time. Again, with Chill Marathon though, I can just see the sights really. It's totally fine. It's not hurting anything. I'm having a blast just looking at the sights. Like, just looking at the different balloons in this level, I never noticed so many of these effects. And I've been playing this game for months. That's good on the other side, but I was too freaked out. Just gonna go there because I couldn't fit it. That way. Wow. Am I gonna fail again? Terrible. Worst Tetris Effect game I think I've ever played. We only need 9 more. Gotta knock these out. One more line. Make this count. Man. There it is, finally. That's silly. So I did terribly. My high score on that one is 154,923. I got a D. I got 18,000 points. But hey, I got Boom Tetris. I don't know why, I just got an achievement. That's cool. I got a duplicate avatar. I got probably the worst weekly ritual score I've ever gotten. But that was a good first game to play in the Quest 2. This is fun. I'm probably going to jump back in and do more Tetris Effect, probably also with my Woozer Edge vest. But I hope you've enjoyed this quick look with my quick first thoughts inside and outside the Quest 2 headset. Again, I'm not being paid for my opinion. This is genuinely my reaction, my first thoughts within this device. I'm not going to give a review right now. I'm just going to say that the clarity is definitely much better than the original Quest. The brightness of the colors is really wowing me. The controllers still feel like Oculus controllers in my hands. I don't know if I prefer one over the other just yet. And I don't know about comfort yet. But I can say that it's definitely a lighter device. Everything feels a little bit snappier inside the device. And I'm looking forward to testing it out some more. I'll probably give a full review in a couple of weeks. Still before the Quest 2 launches, in case you decide that you want to pick it up or wait for people's reviews before you make that decision. My first impressions are pretty positive, especially with a device that costs just $299. There's tons on the Quest store. As you can see, my entire Quest library kind of carried over with me. So I've got lots and lots of games that I can test out and play. I don't yet have any Quest 2 titles. Those Quest 2 titles are all coming to the Quest as well. But as an example, one of the games that I might check out within the next couple of days, let me jump to the store because I don't actually think I own this game on the... How do I get to the store even? I'm not used to the universal menu yet. So this is interesting. Let's see, that's me. I don't know how to get to the storefront, but I have to check out for Red Matter because I want to do the comparison between the Quest 1 and Quest 2 versions of Red Matter. I hear it is substantially different between the two. Maybe I just need to go here. No, that just takes me to my apps. That's interesting. I do not know on the universal menu how to bring up the store. Let's just go to home here. Interesting. So I need to find the storefront so that I can purchase more titles. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back with more Quest 2 content and lots of other content as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now. Now I don't know how to stop casting either. This is crazy. There it is. Stop casting. Interesting. Cool.